and Yakan 3275 found once each of them, both of them in 1 Chronicles 5:13 and side by side. The odds of that happening is coincidentally trillions to one. Now consider Granny, Yah's grandmother, and two aunts who were born on the date that Trinity Lee was conceived, and the age difference between Yah's rebirth and Trinity's birth date is the number for Mary. So there it is, identifying exactly who Trinity Lee is. Distance in weeks, 3136 and 4 days. So go to the 3137. And Maria, or Mariam, females, Mary. So Trinity's grandmother, Michelle Knight, Mary Magdalene, was 32.75 years old when she gave birth to Trinity's mother, Rhiannon, in Geelong on December the 20th, 1979, when the sunrise to sunset was 888 minutes. And that was 11.626 years after Yah's daughter was born in Port Alberni, Canada, when the sunrise to sunset was also 888 minutes. That was May the 4th, 1968. Now, Yah's age was 8,880 days old. And he... Okay. All right, so he's going backwards here. So the day she was born, he was 8,880 days old. And he was born in Sydney, of course, Australia, when the sunrise to moonrise was 888 minutes. And the same exactly for his birth date in Bethlehem on June the 17th, 2 BC, his Jesus birthday. So his age at 8,880 days is the Greek gematria for Matthew 1:23. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. So when Tracy was conceived, Yah was 8,600 days old. And that was on July the 29th, 1967, when Jupiter was overhead for 888 minutes. And of course, Jupiter is 88,800 miles wide. Going back to consider Yah's grandmother and two aunts, who were all born on May the 18th, on the date that Trinity Lee was conceived. That's mine. I should have picked. Oh, what happened? That's weird. Totally weird. Okay, so here where it says Tracy Lee was reborn, Trinity Lee was reborn. That was the date she was conceived. That's I should have caught that earlier. Okay, so we're talking about May the 18th. And the age difference between Yah's rebirth, January 11th, 1944, and Trinity's rebirth, 21st of February 2004, is the number for Mary in weeks, 3137. So just going over that. So here we are, moving over to the Grand Gallery, through the antechamber, into the King's Chamber and the coffer, all of the distances there. You're familiar with these numbers. Here's the antechamber at 11.626 pyramid inches wide. And of course, that's the genetic key connecting his families, Tracy Lee, Rhiannon, age differences between Michelle, Mary Magdalene, and Yahweh, and then the age that Yahweh was in weeks when he married his first wife, Eileen, who gave birth to Tracy Lee, to be all part of the key unlocking the mystery of the Great Pyramid. It's all about Yahweh. It's a memorial to himself. So he had to find these keys. So when we add the three distances, And the distances are 230.05379, 286.1 and 537.0278 pyramid inches. Add them all together and then multiply by a lunation of 29.053052 days, and you get 31101. And this is the Julian day that Yah, the Christ, was reborn on, 24311101, and it is also the verse total for the KJV 1611. So Yah says, ironically, the work of the Freemason scholars gave him the tools to lead the lost sheep back to Rome, and the rock, Peter, that Yah will build his church upon. It's all about this day now. Everything was prophetic to be fulfilled in his second incarnation, this day now. Now, so talking about Peter, from the rebirth of Joseph Ratzinger to Trinity Lee, that's Mary, to her conception is 7608 from 7607, meaning female kindred by blood, near kinswoman. So that was his age in years, 76.08, when Trinity Lee was conceived. And of course, she is his mother, female kindred by blood, near kinswoman. In weeks 3970 from 3962 of 3860, and is received by tradition from fathers. Marvellous, marvellous genetic keys being revealed here. Now, from the rebirth of Andrea Anna, who was born on July the 1st, 1962, to Trinity's birthday, February 21st, 2004, it's 15210 days, and of course 1521 in Greek is to bring into, lead into, and in Hebrew it's a river of paradise. So it's all about leading into the river of paradise. 1521 is the distance into the unfinished Queen's chamber. Along the passage from the resurrection point, a shaft from the depth of hell burst through from the tomb. So let's just move this a larger. So here we go. This is the tomb, hell, tomb, and this is the resurrection point leading through the river of paradise into the Queen's chamber. And here it all is, this marvellous Trinity, in Little Trinity, Holy Mother Mary, whom the Catholic Church venerate. She is the one that brings it home, as does these two, Andrea Anna and Joachim, who gave birth to Simon Peter, today Joseph Ratzinger, formerly known as Benedict, Pope Benedict XVI, renamed Peter the Rock by his brother, the Lord Jesus Christ. And there she is, Holy Mother Mary, back as a child this time. It's up to all of the adults to figure everything out, which they've done. Yah has done on her behalf, all for her, his love for his mother and his grandmother and brothers, the saints, all of us, bringing it home. Okay. Later, Gators.